good afternoon, folks off YouTube. My name's Ian. Welcome to me shed on this fine Thursday evening. And it's time I did something in the... This relates to the last video. If you haven't watched it, just go back and watch the last video. And that's all about that every time I navigate this chicane and I get to this point, I keep kicking this time clock every time I walk past it. And I said I was going to do a video, take it to bits, but the bench was always a mess. But the bench is not a mess now. And one has to say, where did it all go? Well, I worked hard over the last few weeks actually, because now it's quick spin round. Every time you touch something it falls over. The end is nigh. It's April. It's now 17th of April. I think it was like I did the last video. Good Friday weekend. Bank holiday, plenty of time, but not in the shed, I'm afraid, because I've got a lot of chores in the house this weekend. So, now we've got the space. Oh, I know somebody who'd like so much space on the bench. Wouldn't she? Say no names. Right, we've got a time clock. I've had it in this shed. I tell no lies, I've had it in this shed 2, maybe 3 years. Just takes so much time. You know, there's always something else coming in. And I'm like, I can make a good video on that. And it just ends up being in here, going round and round. Anyway, tonight it's met its end. So what is it? Well, you go into a factory or a place of work where I work to know that what time you came in and what time you're out. You have a card and you stick it in that hole and it goes ka-ching and it puts the time on. And when you go out at night, you go ka-ching and it puts the time you left. More importantly, if you came to work a little bit later, after 8 o'clock, you started getting docked your wages. So, this is a in out, shaking all about BX 1500 electronic time recorder. Mano. Ain't a lot to it. Cut the lead off many moons ago. To hanging holes. So without ado, let's take it a bit. It's been dropped that many times that we got that. So we got some buttons we can change. Settings on. I don't think we're going to need much to turn this to bits, are we? Well, that clock ain't as full. There's a little motor that drives a little brass cog. It drives some gearing, which regulates the time. We got a fuse. Oh, we'll keep that fuse, won't we? We got a motor that come out. What's the motor going to drive? Well, he's not driving that because that's got a motor. Sorry, we got that whizzes up and down here. That's a big cog there. That turns the actual print head. thing is, where does the ink come from? Well, we'll find out in a moment. So, there's a little bit of gear in there. And we've got some black plastic. There's some black plastic with some broken plastic. So what's got to say that fitted on top like that. Yep. And that's probably detected your card going in, took it in, printed it, threw it back out. So we have danger of electric shock. I've got a transformer, 240 volts UK going in, whatever voltage coming out, it should say on there, but it don't. A motor there to drive, and that draws the card in and out. That takes the printhead left and right. The clock, which clicked on to a bit of a circuit board down there, and the circuitry behind it which told everything what to do. Onto the we'll get back to Leon in a little bit. Leon from Winnipeg. Right, on here. Yeah, that's a nice position. Well, I can't see us using many tools for this. Hammer, screwdriver, and some snips. See a screw, take it out. Oh, there you'll have good luck, and there ain't so many screws in there. We'll take that off. We'll see a screw, take it out. It's easy enough. And give it out, give it a clout. Well, there weren't a lot there in that, was there? So, plastic. I was after those screws. I was after that fuse, weren't I? A little bit of delicate bashing, one little fuse. We'll keep that. That might come in handy. Plastic, shove it over there. Shove it over there. Screws. You have to have that little bit of brass out, don't we? That little bit of brass. How do we do that? How do we do that? That's how we do that. Flicked it off, but we found it. Every bit helps. We'll put that brass next to the fuse. Little electric motor, we'll snip that off. And we'll snip any plugs off. A little bit of singles wire, low grade singles, a little motor. Should really go on the side. This electric motor. Just rip it in, just rip it. Snip. Some sharp ones. Snip. Snip. Well, a little circuit board. Has some capacitors on it. MOSFETs. Smash them open, get the copper out of it. Could be, I think, a battery. Another screw there. Because I want to see, where does the ink come from? And that's on the ink head, that's down there. More screws on there, but what we do we have some clips. Here we snap those clips off. We get somewhere. brute force and ignorance. Pull that off. Is that gold plating on there? I had to tell him this light, no silver plating. No good. How many of us keep these little bars from printers? I know I do. Plastic, 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 plastic. There ain't a lot in this. Plastic. A battery? Could be a battery. Could be a battery, could be a... Now it's got plus 3 volts on it, so it's definitely a battery. Well, you can't take circuit boards in with batteries, can you? That comes off. The crystal oscillator comes off, and I've got a tub for them, so that goes in a tub. Ain't much of a e-waste of timer, so it's got a chip on, and that's about all I can tell you. A chip. And I know every LED has a little bit of something semi-precious in it. Plastic. On circuit board. Aye, aye, aye. Wires. Wires. Screws in there. Now. And snip. And this is the way we scrap today. Scrap, 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 scrap. Iron, 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 iron. In there. Another electric motor. What's holding that lot on? Appears to be nothing's holding that on apart from these clips. Force and ignorance. Oh, you've got all wonky on me. There we go. Get back to that. I'm interested in that bit. Electric motor. Bit of shred. Electric motor's held on by not a lot. Flatten that shred. And it goes in my bucket easier. I think there's something to be said for being a little bit more gentle. Right, where does the ink come from? It's a ribbon. It's a ribbon printer, like a mini typewriter. So let's get something pokey. So I know a guy used to come, just some clips, you clip them off. That comes out, and it's like a typewriter ribbon. At least it's not ink that goes everywhere. And also, there's no gold in it. And the print head. That's got to be a dot matrix print head then, hasn't it? This is where Ian hurts himself. There's the clip off. I don't see any gold on there. Whoa, look at that! Now, I do like getting copper out of motors. And I think that is going to be a challenge. A challenge for anyone. My, my. Telling me there's no gold. On the pokey thingy. Alright, let's get this. It might be boring you this, I don't know. See that? So each one's a little finger. So each one's got to be activated. Electrically, and probably vibrated. When it vibrated across the ribbon ink, put your print on. And then magnetic. All these little fingers are magnetic. Even that's magnetic. I thought that would have been stainless, but no. So, bit of circuitry. Snip that cable tie off. We'll knock that off with a deft touch and put that fuse off, and we will snip that off and snip that off, and we'll snip that off and snip that off, and we'll get those M&Ms off. We will pull that back. Should pull that out. It doesn't. Push it down. Push it down. Brute force and ignorance. Right. Got to take this circuit board off this transformer. I don't know why I have these. They wouldn't cut bloody skin off a rice pudding. ladies and gents, folks off YouTube, there's not a lot to show about this. One wonders why in the fact did you bring it home in the first place? Because every little helps. So, a little bit of shred which goes in the shred bucket. We've got a couple of circuit boards. One's got a bit of copper on, there'll be something in that. Small transformer, 3 motors, a little bit of low grade singles, and a little bit more iron. And a lithium ion battery, which is the bane of my life. Some other bits and pieces which I've put at one side. The M&Ms, that's stainless steel or brass, bit of brass or copper, couple of fuses, crystal or silver oscillator, bit of brass, bit of silver, and that, which, well, I will get that copper out. So all in all, not a lot, but space. Let's let me clear that bench. And just like that, look at that magic space. Give me the judgment. I can't do this. Oh my giddy aunt. Well, I had space. Yes, I had space for a bit. And now I've not. Now I've got a load of plugs to take bits. And everyone got some brassing, and even the plug tops have got a little brassing. Oh, a fuse. We like fuses. Right, enough of that, and a bit about Leon from Winnipeg. So, hi to Leon from Winnipeg. I don't know Leon, but a good friend of mine does, who has a nice channel on the Small Engine Nation. And he asked me that Leon put him onto my channel. He loves to watch me mess around him in my shed, because he does the same, although he's doing up a 46 Dodge car. And unfortunately, he has to have an operation, a major operation, and he needed a little bit of cheering up. So you lot, put in the comments, you know, hope everything goes well for Leon in Winnipeg, and I hope you do recover well enough to finish that 46 Dodge. Then you can show Bruce, and Bruce can send me a picture. That's a big shout out for Leon from Winnipeg. Speaking of somebody else who needs a shout out, who must be feeling down, and I hope he doesn't fall out with me for showing this picture. And that is our good friend Scrapman Dan, and he's looking a little bit sorry for himself because he's just been prepped there for an operation, and I know everything went well because that was earlier this morning. So Dan, I appreciate everything. We all on the scrapping community appreciate everything that you do. So we're all, I'm sure, going to wish you a well recovery. So that's got to be a little thank out to Kim, Dan's missus, for sending me that, telling me how he's going through. I know he's mentioned it to a few other of the scrapping community because we're quite tight knit and we do look after each other. Like to know about each other anyway. So I do know he went through the operation. He had all his peggies out, all of them, and there's got to be some jokes you can tell about that, about somebody with no teeth. There has to be, but not tonight. I'll have to think about some. We're nearly at May. Not much longer to go. Guess who's in May? Me! All them plugs I've got for you. Right, Ian, in his shed. Got to say, enjoying himself and wishing you lot health, wealth and happiness. Take care. Wishing Dan and Leon the best. You never know what's coming, do you? So, take care. See you lot and have an happy Easter. Well, Dan's not going to be able to have any chocolate Easter eggs, is he? Oh, sorry, Dan. I'll get one for you. No, for you, but eat it myself. Ta-ra. Now, is there anything else in here I can scrap? I wonder. No, it's all mine, my precious, mine.